What if I told you that one simple habit could quietly save you thousands of dollars over your lifetime? It doesn't require earning more, it doesn't require investing, and it definitely doesn't require giving up everything you enjoy. In fact, it only takes 5 minutes. That sounds too simple, which is exactly why most people ignore it. Here's something almost nobody talks about. Companies don't spend billions of dollars every year because their products are better. They spend billions because they understand how your brain works. Every time you see limited time offer, only two left, buy now, your brain reacts before you even realize it. It isn't logic, it's emotion, and emotion spends money much faster than logic ever will. That's why. Have you ever bought something you were absolutely convinced you needed, only to forget about it a week later? Almost everyone has, not because they're bad with money, but because their brain was doing exactly what it was designed to do. Your brain loves immediate rewards. It wants pleasure now, not 6 months from now, not next year, right now. That's why impulse buying feels so good in the moment, and that's also why it quietly destroys wealth. Because wealth isn't usually lost through one huge mistake. It's lost through hundreds of tiny decisions that feel harmless. A coffee here, a late night online order there, a flash sale, a small upgrade. None of them feel expensive, but together, they slowly steal your financial future. And here's the dangerous part. Most people think the solution is more self-control. It isn't, because when emotions take over, willpower usually loses. The people who build wealth don't rely on stronger willpower. They rely on a better system. And that system starts with just 5 minutes. Here's how the 5-minute rule works. The next time you feel the urge to buy something, don't tell yourself, no. Just tell yourself, not yet. Then wait. 5 minutes. That's it. No complicated budget, no financial app, no guilt. Just 5 minutes. At first, it sounds almost too easy, but something surprising starts to happen. The emotional rush begins to fade. Your brain slowly shifts from emotion back to logic. And suddenly, you start asking questions you weren't asking before. Do I actually need this? Will I still want it tomorrow? Or am I simply reacting to a feeling? That tiny pause changes everything, because most impulse purchases aren't planned. They're emotional, stress, boredom, loneliness, frustration, sometimes even happiness. Your emotions don't just influence your spending, they often decide it. That's why shopping after a stressful day feels strangely comforting. Your brain isn't trying to make you wealthier. It's simply trying to make you feel better, even if that feeling only lasts a few minutes. And companies know this. That's why shopping apps create urgency, limited time deals, countdown timers, flash sales. They're not just selling products, they're selling pressure. Because pressure makes people buy faster, but the moment you slow the process down, their biggest advantage starts disappearing. Think about Amazon. How many times have you added something to your cart, certain it was worth buying? Then you forgot about it. The next day, you looked again and realized you didn't even want it anymore. Nothing changed except time. That 5-minute pause gave logic a chance to catch up. And that's exactly how small financial wins begin, not with bigger paychecks, but with better decisions. One pause, one choice, one unnecessary purchase you never make. And over time, those small victories quietly become real wealth. Here's the truth. Most people think building wealth is about making more money. It isn't. It's about keeping more of the money you already earn. Because every dollar you don't waste becomes another dollar that can build your future. That's why wealth isn't created by one big financial decision. It's created by hundreds of small ones, repeated day after day. Imagine making just one better decision every single day, skipping one impulse purchase, waiting just 5 minutes, asking one simple question. A year from now, those tiny decisions could completely change your financial life, not because you suddenly became rich, but because you stopped leaking money without even realizing it. And here's something almost nobody realizes. Every time you resist an impulse purchase, you're not just saving money, you're training your brain, you're teaching yourself that you control your money, not your emotions, not advertisements, not social media, you. And that identity is far more valuable than any discount you'll ever find. Because people who believe they're in control naturally make better financial decisions. That's why the 5-minute rule isn't really about waiting. It's about breaking the automatic cycle. See it, want it, buy it. Instead, you create space between the impulse and the decision. And inside that space, better choices are made. So here's a challenge for the next 7 days. Before every non-essential purchase, wait just 5 minutes. That's all. No complicated budget, no impossible rules, just 5 minutes. You might be surprised how many things you stop buying and how much money stays exactly where it belongs, in your pocket. Because financial freedom doesn't begin with a bigger paycheck. It begins with one better decision made consistently. If this video changed the way you think about spending, subscribe for more videos on wealth psychology, smarter money decisions, and building real financial freedom.